Welcome to this Financial Assistance Call 1 2021 to 2022 presentation. My name is Alison Brady and I'm the Programme Support Officer for the Programmes Unit. Introduction. Aim: to inform you about the funding available and to assist you with the application process. If you're already fairly familiar with the process, you may wish to skip to the relevant slides below. General financial assistance guidance can be found in slides 3 to 6, an overview of the themes on slides 7 to 21, application guidance on slides 22 to 28, and where you can get additional help can be found on slide 29. General financial assistance guidance. Newry, Mourne and Down District Council invite applications for financial assistance from the community and voluntary sector. All projects must take place between 1st of April 2021 and 31st of March 2022. The closing dates for applications is 12 noon on Monday the 1st of March 2021 for all except NI Centenary Fund, which closes at 12 noon on Monday the 8th of March 2021, and Capital Minor Works, which close at 12 noon on Monday the 15th of March 2021. Applications should be completed on the electronic grant management system, which can be found online at newrymournedown.eformz.info. Late applications will not be considered. Points to consider before applying. Organisations in receipt of public funding must comply with all statutory obligations regarding the delivery and access of events. Adequate event insurance must be in place prior to the event taking place. Purchase of gifts and presentations to individuals are not eligible. Consideration will only be given to projects seeking funding from the Council that is between the minimum and maximum limit for each programme area. The Council will not accept retrospective applications, i.e. applications seeking funding for projects already started prior to the 1st of April 2021. The Council will only consider one application per organisation per programme area. It is essential that applicants submit a copy of their annual audited accounts, independently examined accounts or income and expenditure accounts with the application. The Council will pay only the agreed sum against each original invoice whenever all relevant conditions have been met and bank statements evidencing expenditure have been submitted. Owned labour and hire of own facilities are not eligible items of expenditure. Insurance costs are only eligible items of expenditure if it relates to the project activity applied for. This is subject to Council approval. The themes include financial assistance, small grants or revenue grants, service level agreement application 2021 to 2023, minor works for community centres or community capital grants 2021 to 2022, Sports Capital Minor Works or Sports Facility Capital Grants 2021 to 2022. I will now give you an overview of the themes. Active and healthy communities, community engagement, £500 to £1,500. Aim: for the improvement of leisure, sport, health and well-being, outcomes and developing communities to deliver improved outcomes in their local areas. Objective: building positive relations to develop communities in line with the local needs, producing improved outcomes in their local areas. Community Summer Scheme, £500 to £1,000. Aim: to assist constituted community associations in the delivery of summer schemes. Objective: to assist constituted community associations to run summer schemes for young people over the summer period. Schemes should run for a minimum of 5 full days at 5 hours per day or 10 half days at 2.5 hours per day. Key points: for constituted community associations only. Sports groups wishing to secure funds for summer schemes need to apply under the Sports Development Minor Capital Items theme. Community events and festivals, £500 to £2,000. Aim: to assist community groups in the delivery of small local festivals and events. Objective: ideally to assist events or festivals which run over more than one day. Definition of a community event. Community events promote social cohesion, social inclusion, equality of opportunity and good relations. Community events can attract visitors to a town or village, can contribute to community regeneration and provide economic benefit to a local area, but they are smaller than scale than tourism events. Community events tend to be run by local community groups on a voluntary capacity and often require third-party funding in order to proceed. Key points. Christmas events and illuminations or larger events with a cost over £10,000 can't apply. They need to wait for later funding calls. Irish language, £500 to £3,000. Aim, Irish language community renewal and development or positively engaging the Irish language. Objectives, projects or initiatives that encourage Irish language community capacity building, mentoring and volunteering. It is envisaged that this scheme will inspire better developed Irish language communities to partner with newer or developing language communities to share resources and build better networks and encourage volunteering. Or community engagement projects or initiatives to build positive relations, raise awareness and understanding, address perceptions and promote respect for the Irish language. Local biodiversity enhancement, £500 to £1,500. Aim, to assist in the implementation of the Local Biodiversity Action Plan through delivery of practical conservation projects by community organisations. Objectives, conserve and enhance the rich biodiversity of the district. Encourage community participation in the delivery of the Local Biodiversity Action Plan, which can be downloaded from newrymorndown.org/biodiversity. Create new habitats for wildlife. Key points. You need to adhere to the Habitats Regulations Assessment requirements if you are working within 5 kilometres of a protected site. Details of these can be found on the DAERA website. We've also supplied a direct link within the guidance notes. You also need to know who the landowners are and have permission to use the land. It is open to schools, however they are strongly encouraged to engage the local community and work outside school grounds wherever possible. Minority Community Fund, £500 to £1,000. Aim, to support Protestant, Unionist and Loyalist or Black minority ethnic focused community projects or initiatives. Objectives, cultural expression, projects or initiatives that positively promote minority community culture, tradition and identity, or positively engaging minority communities, projects or initiatives to build positive relations, raise awareness and understanding, address perceptions and promote respect for minority communities. If you're applying for a service level agreement, community capital or minor grants for community centres, applicants must satisfy the definition below. A community facility is a building which is open to the public where the community can gather for a diverse range of social, cultural, educational, recreational, training and information activities. The facility will normally host a minimum of 3 weekly diverse activities. A community facility will have independent accounting procedures and will produce its own annual income and expenditure accounts separate from any associate or parent organisation. The facility should be managed by a constituted community organisation. The governing rules of the facility must not restrict any section of the community from using the facility or restrict any type of activity other than for reasons of insurance. Service level agreements for community facilities 2021 to 2023. £500 to £3,000 per annum. Aim, to support constituted community associations who contribute to the provision of community facilities within their local community. Objective, to support constituted community associations with the running costs associated with managing a community facility. A community association is established to promote for the benefit of the inhabitants' area and its immediate environs without distinction of age, sex, race, political or other opinions, by associating with statutory authorities, voluntary organisations, institutions, businesses and inhabitants in a common effort to advance education and to provide facilities in the interests of social welfare, health, recreation and leisure activities, with the objective of improving conditions of life for the inhabitants. Key point, the agreement will last for 2 years. Key points for the upcoming capital grants. You can only apply for the major or minor grant, not both. If you wish to apply for a capital grant, it is highly recommended that you read the points to consider before applying section of the relevant guidance notes before beginning your application, as this could save you time in the long run. Please note, if applying for any capital works, it is your responsibility to ensure all basic eligibility criteria are adhered to and are included at the time of application. All projects will require professional oversight and therefore you must include any associated professional and technical fees in your application budget. Community Major Capital Scheme, £30,000 to £100,000. Aim to support and maintain the capital infrastructure of a community facility. Objective to provide 50% match funding to support capital infrastructure of community facilities in the Newry, Mourne and Down District Council area. A community facility is a building which is open to the public where the community can gather for a diverse range of social, cultural, educational, recreational, training and information activities. The facility will normally provide a minimum of 3 of these diverse activities. The governing rules of the facility must not restrict any section of the community from using the building or restrict any type of activity other than for reasons of insurance. Key point. Overall project value should be £60,000 to £200,000 or above. Minor works for community facilities, £7,500 to £37,500. Aim to support and maintain the capital infrastructure of a community facility. Objective to provide 75% match funding to support capital infrastructure of community facilities in the Newry, Mourne and Down District Council area. Key point. The overall project cost should be between £10,000 and £50,000. Sports Facility Capital Scheme, £30,000 to £100,000. Aim to support and maintain the capital infrastructure of a sports and recreation facility. Objective to provide 50% match funding to support capital infrastructure of the sports and recreation facilities in the Newry, Mourne and Down District Council area, proposed for the sporting, community and voluntary sectors. Projects must deliver capital infrastructure projects that are in line with the Council Sport Facility Strategy and the Council Play Development Strategy, which can be downloaded from newrymournedown.org, the key points of which are also available at the end of the relevant guidance notes. Key point. Overall project value should be £60,000 to £200,000 or above. Sports Capital Minor Works, £7,500 to £37,500. Aim to support and maintain the capital infrastructure of a sports and recreation facility. Objective to provide 75% match funding to support capital infrastructure of sports and recreation facilities in the Newry, Mourne and Down District Council area, proposed by the sporting, community and voluntary sectors. Key point. Overall project cost should be between £10,000 and £50,000. Sports Development Minor Capital Items, £500 to £5,000. This is a new theme. Aim to support the acquisition of sports capital minor items by organisations from the sporting community and voluntary sectors. Objective to provide contributions of up to 100% of the cost towards the funding of sporting and recreation minor capital items or technical assistance which complement the Council Sports Facility Strategy. Supported projects must increase and support the number of people adopting and sustaining a sporting lifestyle, particularly for women and girls, people with disability, those living in areas of high social need, older people. Key points. Covers items such as maintenance equipment, for example grounds maintenance machinery or cleaning machinery, fixed sports equipment relating to the support and delivery of sports programs, technical assistance, economic appraisals or business cases to assist in the preparation of future capital applications, for example flood risk assessments, and summer schemes for sports groups. NI Centenary Fund, £500 to £2,000. This is another new theme. Aim to provide financial support towards the delivery of projects aimed at marking the Northern Ireland Centenary. Objective to support projects to mark the Northern Ireland Centenary while also complementing the Council's Good Relations Strategy. Key points. Applicant projects should aim to address one or more of the 4 key priority themes defined by the Executive Office under the Together Building a United Community Strategy 2013. Summary headings of the key priorities are our children and young people, our shared community, our safe community, and our cultural expression. Further details and a direct link to the strategy can be found in the theme guidance notes. The guidance notes. Each theme has its own guidance notes available for download. Before applying, it is vital to read the guidance notes, which will provide the following information. Overview, overarching principles, theme criteria, application process, stage 1 basic eligibility, completing the application form, points to consider before applying, capital grants only, assessment criteria, project appraisal and scoring, stage 2 scoring, what happens next, appeals, useful contacts and links to strategies. Completing the application. Applications must be completed online via the Electronic Grant Management System, EGMS for short. You can register for an account online at newrymoredown.eformz.info. Once you have an account, you select which grant you would like to apply for from the drop-down menu. As you can see, the Financial Assistance Community Grants are in one menu and the Service Level Agreement is on a menu of its own. With the exception of the Service Level Agreements, when you click on the drop-down menu, you are presented with all the themes I have been discussing previously. In this example, I have opted to apply for the Community Summer Schemes by ticking the box here in the column on the left. The related guidance notes can be downloaded by clicking on the booklet symbol. Please note the major capital guidance notes are under this symbol here and here, and the minor notes can be accessed via the resources section here and here. The application process comprises of 2 stages. Stage 1, basic eligibility check. All of this stage must be passed in order for the application to be scored and passed to Stage 2. Stage 2, full project appraisal and scoring. This is where the details and benefits of your project are assessed and scored. All applicants should review the assessment criteria provided under the Assessment Criteria, Project Appraisal and Scoring section of the guidance notes. Questions are scored 0 to 5. Once you have selected the theme you wish to apply for and have entered past the information stage, you are presented with this general application page. As you can see, the left-hand column enables easy navigation of your application as well as a check errors feature here, which locates boxes that you may have missed. Please note it is vital to save your form at regular intervals just in case you lose your internet connection and lose your data. Should you wish to return to your form at a later date, you can simply click on one of the peach boxes on the left-hand side to jump to the relevant section. For example, if you wanted to jump to the Summer Scheme Project section, you'd simply click here and it would take you to the relevant page. All essential information has a red asterisk. Should you happen to miss it, as I've already mentioned, the check errors feature will bring you back to the relevant bit for you to correct. Additional question prompts can be found under the blue eye bubble, however this is no substitute for the guidance notes. Relevant strategies for question 2.5 include: the Council strategic priorities are outlined in the application. The full document can be downloaded from newrymoredown.org. If applying under Local Biodiversity Enhancement, the Local Biodiversity Action Plan can be downloaded from newrymoredown.org/biodiversity. If applying under the Sports Facility Capital, Sports Capital Minor Works or Sports Development Minor Capital Items, please refer to the Sports Facility Strategy and Play Development Strategy available from newrymoredown.org. Summary versions of the Council strategic priorities, the Sports Facility Strategy and Play Development Strategy can be found at the end of the relevant guidance notes. For any additional information, contact the Programmes Unit by emailing programmesunit@nmand.org or by telephoning 033013744040. Alternatively, theme-specific help can be found under the Useful Contact section of the guidance notes. Finally, I would like to say a special thank you to the Ring of Gullion AONB for the permission to use the images of their AONB calendar competition entries in this presentation. For further information about the calendar competition or Ring of Gullion, visit ringofgullion.org. Thank you very much for your time.